Hi, I'm Christy J with Stitch in Heaven, and today we are doing another grab and go ready to sew. This one is called the 4-Patch Star, and it's the one right behind me, but we're going to be sewing today with the Christmas fabric. It's super fun, super quick, super easy. For those of you who don't know about the grab and go ready to sews, basically these are kits, full kits, and they are cut. They're chosen by our staff here at Stitch in Heaven and hand cut for you. So they are just ready to sew. All you do is open the package and you start to sew. So it kind of takes the stress out of it. You just get straight to the joy of piecing. Okay, so I'm going to put these to the side and we'll get started. So this is how your package will come. And like I said, this one's called the 4-Patch Star Table Runner. This pack has everything in it for the top, for the backing, borders, binding, everything but the batting. And that's because we can't get the batting in this little package. So, but everything fabric-wise is ready to go. So when you open your package, it will look like this, really nice and beautiful. Everything is labeled for you. And you get your instructions are on back. The instructions are super, super simple. And it shows you actually what the quilt's going to look like as well. Okay, so let's get to sewing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the larger squares, and looking at the picture you can kind of see where everything goes, but we're going to take the larger squares first and do our half square triangles. Okay, so you can see the half square triangles are here all the way around. Okay, so very minimal cutting. All your basic pieces are already cut for you. So we're going to take a green one and a white one, and we're going to put them right sides together. We're going to use our little ruler and our marking pencil, and we're going to mark from corner to corner, diagonal. And so when I did the one behind us, what I did was I chain stitched these. So you just want to mark them all at once. And you can chain it really quickly, and it's a nice fun project to finish quickly. Okay, so what I did was I marked these from corner to corner. Then I'm going to go to my machine with my 1/4 inch. And you'll need for each star, you can see you'll need, we're going to cut these in half, so you'll need 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these for each star, and all your pieces are in there. So we're going to do a 1/4 inch. Follow your 1/4 inch foot on your machine, and I'll do a couple just to kind of show you how I chained them. I just kind of pulled them out, flipped them around, and kept sewing. I didn't even cut thread. Pretty quick. Just line them up and just keep going. And when you're done, you'll just want to take them out. And then we have this little baby. I love this thing. It's the cutting block, and this is exclusive to Stitch in Heaven. We actually make these here. So you can use it and you can cut these apart. Just like that, okay? So once you chain a bunch, this comes in very handy. You just kind of keep going and keep cutting those threads over and over. It's super quick, super easy. This is invaluable, not expensive, but it's really invaluable, and I really enjoy having it in my sewing room. So if you don't have one, you might want to check it out. Okay, so once we have done our half square, done our triangles, we're going a 1/4 inch from each side of that line. We're going to take our ruler, and we're going to cut it right on the line that we drew before. Okay. And if you'll notice, look, we have 2 triangles. Open them up, half square triangles. Super, super simple. Okay. All right, So then you want to go over to your pressing mat. I typically press everything to the dark side. You will want to be careful when you're pressing these because they are cut on the bias after you've sewn them together. So the bias just stretches a little more, so just kind of be careful. Let me kind of show you what I normally do. I usually iron them, kind of set the seam right there. And then I'm going to open them up with my fingers and do just a little bit of finger pressing there. And then just set the iron on there. You don't want to push the iron too much just because you don't want to stretch that fabric. And you can do a whole bunch of these at one time. Sometimes I just kind of line them up. And I will actually do them all at once. Kind of finger press that baby out a little bit just to kind of get it to the seam. And then press it, okay? So once you've pressed all of these that you need, put our instructions over here. 4. Okay. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm just going to lay these to the side. I'm going to grab my smaller triangles, and these are labeled by 3 inches. Okay, so what we're going to do is make our center. According to our instructions, we need a little 4 patch in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'll just lay these out in a 4 patch. Okay, we're going to put right sides together. Pin these if you would like. I'm not a big pinner. I'll just kind of put them on the machine, and I'm going to chain stitch these babies too. And when I did the one behind us, I just chain stitched all 4 of them. And if you'll notice, I put the lighter color on top here, and I'm going to put the darker color on here. And that's because when I make my 4 patch, everything's going to be ready to go. Okay. Our threads, okay. And you can cut these apart if you want, but I just left, what I did when I sewed them all together is I cut them in sets of 2. Because we're going to make the 4 patch with these 2 sets. So what I'm going to do is turn them where the darker color is on top. And then I'm going to press them to the dark side. Okay. Good. And if you'll notice, everything's already lined up for us because we kept that little tail in between, that little thread tail in between. So I'm going to put them right sides together, right sides together, and I'm going to make those seams nest. Okay. Take it back to the machine, do a 1/4 inch. I know a lot of people like to press their seams open. I'm old school, so I usually just kind of go to one side. Okay. If you'll look, we have a nice little 4 patch, so we're just going to press those to one side. And that's going to be the center of our block. Okay. Nice and pretty. Okay. Okay, so then we're just going to start building our block. I'm going to grab my instructions because a picture's worth 1,000 words for sure. So we're just going to start building our block. I love some pictures. Okay. Okay, that look right, everybody? Nope, that one's wrong. To check my picture. And then you've got some more 3 inches for the corners. Fabric is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then we're just gonna start building them, basically. So I'm gonna sew all of these together first, and I'm gonna sew these 2 together and sew these 4 together. So these 2 will go here, and then these will go on top. Okay, so I'm gonna get to sewing and I'll be right back. And here's our block. Super, super simple, super, super easy and pre-cut for us. Very minimal cutting. It will go together. We have 4 of these. It'll go together just like these, or you can vary them. You can actually swap the blocks and make the blocks go this way or this way. Either one, just kind of, you can alternate them if you wanted to. So you'll get 4 blocks like this. You will get some you've got some border fabrics, and you've also got your backing. It's this cute little backing here, and inside the backing is actually, you've got your borders, and then you've got your binding. So you have everything you need in this little kit ready to go. All you have to do is add your batting, and you can quilt it any way you like. You can quilt it on your machine. You can do straight lines. You can free motion. You can do anything you would like on there. So that's the fun part. Anyway, so this is the 4-patch star. Grab and Go Ready to Sew. You can find all of these Grab and Go Ready to Sew products at stitchinheaven.com, and be sure to like us on Facebook. Thanks so much. Have a great day.